Rangers are no strangers to being linked with new signings during the transfer window, but the latest twist has added an extra layer of intrigue, particularly given where the recommendation has come from. A former Celtic player has openly urged the Ibrox club to pursue a move for a striker known for his consistent goal-scoring record, sparking discussion across both sides of the divide. The timing of the endorsement is especially interesting as Rangers look to reshape their attacking options ahead of a crucial campaign. With the pressure on to strengthen key areas of the squad, particularly in the final third, the idea of adding a proven goal-getter to the mix is likely to strike a chord with fans. And when the call comes from a voice not normally associated with praise for Rangers, it inevitably carries a bit more weight and a fair bit more attention. Whether Rangers act on the advice remains to be seen, but the striker in question is certainly a name worth knowing. So who is the player and who is his endorser? Let's break it down along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rafa Benitez would have been interested in the Rangers job this summer before Russell Martin's appointment, according to ex-Ibrox fullback Gregory Vignal. The Frenchman spent a year on loan at Ibrox, helping Rangers win the 2004-05 Scottish Premiership title as he made 40 appearances across all competitions during his temporary spell. Recently speaking to the media, Vignal lifted the lid on his conversations with both Benitez and Steven Gerrard about the Rangers job before Martin joined. He said, "I met Rafa in Liverpool and we spoke about the Rangers job before Russell got it. He's not working at a club right now, he's with UEFA." But if Rangers would have considered him, of course he would have been interested. I also spoke to Steven and joked with him. I asked if he got his apartment in Glasgow ready. All of those types of guys have been in the game a long time, so I have to listen to them and be really humble. I trust myself and my ability. Hopefully my day will come. Vignal is currently a performance manager at Latvian outfit RFS. He one day wants to become an out-and-out boss. Of course, I want to be a number one coach, but you have to wait and work for the right opportunity, he said. If you're lazy, you can't reach your target. My dream job? First, it would be to manage a big team in France. But then of course if I could manage a club like Rangers, it would be amazing. Now in some huge Rangers transfer news, former Celtic midfielder Eyal Berkovic has encouraged fellow Israeli Dor Turgeman to consider a move to Rangers, arguing it could act as a stepping stone to English football. The Ibrox club have been linked with the Maccabi Tel Aviv striker, who impressed this season with 15 league goals in just 23 starts. Still only 20, Turgeman is regarded as one of Israel's brightest attacking prospects, and Berkovic believes a stint in Glasgow could significantly raise his profile. Berkovic, whose own time in Scottish football fell flat after a high-profile £5.75 million move to Celtic in 1999 under John Barnes, insists that Rangers would provide Turgeman with the ideal platform to showcase his talent to a wider audience. Speaking to the Israeli media, he said, "Rangers and Celtic are both big clubs who often play in the Champions League, but also in a very boring league. But the big difference between going to Scotland and somewhere like FC Copenhagen is that Rangers and Celtic are on British TV every week. So if you're a star for them, you're being watched by Premier League clubs all the time. That's the real difference between Scottish and Danish football." While supportive of the move, Berkovic also offered a note of caution, warning that Israeli players often struggle to adapt to life abroad. "I can give you examples of dozens of our players who moved to Europe, America, even Japan, and disappeared. It's not easy to play in 0-degree weather for 6 or 7 months. It's not easy to live there either." Despite his own troubled spell in Scotland, Berkovic clearly sees value in a move to Rangers for Turgeman, particularly as a route toward greater visibility and potentially a jump to England's top flight. While Berkovic's comments may raise eyebrows given his own turbulent spell in Glasgow, his message is clear. A move to Rangers could offer Dor Turgeman the exposure and competitive platform needed to take the next step in his career. The Scottish Premiership may come with its challenges on and off the pitch, but for an ambitious young striker with an eye on England, Ibrox could be the ideal launchpad. Whether Rangers act on the growing interest remains to be seen, but the recommendation from one of Israel's most recognisable football voices has certainly added a new layer to the story. In other news, Scottish FA President Mike Mulroney says not even a different camera angle would have prevented Nicholas Raskin's effort for Rangers against Hibernian from being ruled out, as he revealed the cost of introducing Goalline Technology in the top flight. The Belgian midfielder thought he had put his side 2 in front at Easter Road on the final day of the Scottish Premiership season, although referee Nick Walsh didn't give a goal. After a VAR review, it was found that there was no conclusive evidence that proved the ball was over the line. The camera wouldn't eradicate the issue of the Hibs v Rangers game, said Mulroney. It could still be blocked by a player on the line, so it needs to be goal line technology because it can still be blocked. The SFA view on that is really simple. If the league wants it, we'll bring it in. It was on the agenda at the last meeting of the Professional Game Board. I chair that and we're saying, no problem whatsoever. You want goal line technology, we'll support it. But there are games in Scotland that use goal line technology. Ours, you play in the Scottish Cup semi-finals and final, you've got goal line technology. We pay for it. For the Premiership to have goal line technology would be around £1 million a year amongst the clubs, so it would be the thick end of £100,000 each. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, it's just the reality. If you're Club X, would you rather invest that £100,000 in a new facility for disabled fans, a new bit in the car park, fix the roof, or whatever else? In general terms, I think our referees are doing better than okay. I really do. They make mistakes, but if you sit 10 referees down, they don't all agree on an incident. I listen to commentators on TV saying, how could he possibly have done that? You think, well, because it's perfectly reasonable for him to have done it. My responsibility to a large extent is to protect my refs. Clubs look after the players. Who's looking after our referees? Who's making sure we have the best? I think they're doing a good job, and I'm not saying that because I'm protecting my refs. I genuinely believe they do a good job, and I think Willie's doing a good job. I think we're comparable to any other country in Europe. What do you make of Mike Mulroney's comments? Do you agree with what he has said? Also, what are your thoughts on goal line technology being used in Scotland? Is the hefty price worth it? Let me know down below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.